All right, so we're gonna move on here. Rick Santorum, who is Catholic, has a problem with
one of your people.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the chosen people.
I thought it was the Jews.
Never mind, TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, he's pissed off at the Pope because the Pope...
Are you allowed to do that as a fucking Catholic?
Yeah, the conservative Catholics do it all the time with this Pope because he's so liberal compared to other popes.
Yeah, the other Pope, they didn't really hate
The Pope
that
is supposed to be like inerrant and shit. Like, you're just supposed to say, like, if the Pope says it, that's coming from God.
Well, the Pope believes in climate change, and Rick Santorum, of course, does not. So
basically what you're telling me is that he puts his human desires above his faith. What a piece of shit.
Pope Francis will release an encyclical on the environment on June 18th, and you suggested recently that the Holy Father should stay out of the debate on climate change. Here you are.
The church has gotten it wrong a few times on science, and I think that
it's like one of the few they get it wrong on science.
Got it wrong on science.
But he's not talking about the things that the church actually does have wrong on science.
No, he's talking about one of the things they're actually starting to get right.
Right.
Better off leaving science to the scientists and focusing on what we do, what we're really good at.
But climate change affects everyone, you fucking idiot.
And that is part of science.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
He's saying leave science to the scientists, yet he rejects overwhelming scientific consensus. That doesn't make any sense.
The church came to that standpoint because they were listening to scientists.
Interesting.
God, he's so stupid.
He's not stupid. He's just evil. He knows what he's saying is full of shit.
You know.
Look at that fucking fake-ass smile on his image.
It's so weird because... Well, anyway, that's...
He's smiling because he's going to eat a baby later.
Which is theology and morality.
2 points. If he's not a scientist, and in fact he does have a degree in chemistry, neither are you.
I didn't know the Pope had a degree in chemistry.
Yeah, he does.
Interesting. So
so
he knows more science.
The Pope's more of a scientist than Rick Santorum.
Yeah.
Easily.
I agree.
And that's one point. And the second point is that somewhere between 80 and 90% of the scientists who have studied this say that human activity contributes to climate change. So I guess the question would be, if he shouldn't talk about it, should you?
Well, we have to make public policy.
This guy's like one of the few guys on Fox News that actually asks questions like this.
I'm saying, like, this is Fox. He just asked him a real question. Are you sure?
Well, not only that, I mean, whether or not I like the Pope isn't a very influential figure. Like, the Pope, who influences all these Catholics, should stay out of important matters. Like, why? That doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Yeah, like, aren't people who are part of, like, something like a church looking for this sort of guidance in their lives?
Yes. Rick Santorum is a total fucking moron.
Religion just needs to shut up on issues that concern people because, it's not like anyone believes in it.
But he uses religion as the reason why he has all this crazy view.
I know, right? This is fucking stupid.
But he doesn't even agree with the leader of his own religion,
right.
So...
with regard to the
it makes sense on no level.
But you're not a scientist. You said leave science to the scientists.
Well, but the point is that politicians, whether we like it or not, people in government have to make decisions with respect to our public policy
does the fucking
that affect
Pope,
American
moron.
workers. Look at the.
Technically, the Pope is basically the king of his own country. So he's a leader.
Lucky fuck. I wish I was king.
Where's your crown, King Cheetor?
I wouldn't be living in whatever place. It'd probably be infested with earwigs
and fucking cockroaches.
Yeah,
and fucking
cockroaches
and fucking fruit
Did you say
flies.
Cockroaches?
Cockroaches.
I thought you said cockroaches for a second.
Well,
cockroach.
Even if he did, a new bug would probably breed in TJ's country. Cockroaches.
Cockroaches.
Yeah.
Or they could maybe the cockroaches and earwigs will combine into cockwigs.
Cockwigs. I picture someone wearing a wig with like cocks hanging off of it. Like
really, I pictured like a little hairdo on top of a
I think we've literally
cockhead.
seen almost every fucking bug that lives in this area in TJ's room in abundance.
Right. it would be like the shittiest country ever where TJ was king. Eventually, someone would just overthrow it.
No.
Because
no one will overthrow
TJ is so fucking lazy that he would only care about what's going on like in his immediate area. So, oh man, he'd be the fucking... He would never shower then. He'd be like, I'm the king. I don't have to shower. I'd feel bad for the people that had to be around him.
Bullshit. I'd have like
Yeah, right.
handmaids and shit.
Yeah,
like,
TJ would have like
give me baths and shit.
voluptuous women like bathe him, basically,
Right.
like
Whatever.
time for my daily milk bath or something.
He'd have days where he's even too lazy for that.
No.
Yeah.
They would just cart me around.
God,
Oh wow!
The administration is now proposing this
Probably
ozone
like 800
regulation
pounds.
that will simply shut down
Probably
any
die of a heart
manufacturing
attack before the revolution even came.
That's
expansion
true.
in this country. So yes, there are things that are going to happen here that scientists are going to
But it'll be
determine, you know,
real life.
whether we need ozone regulations or not.
And you don't
but
think
there
the
are
Pope has a
political.
right? You don't think the Pope has a right to talk about this?
Pope can talk about whatever he wants to talk about.
That's not
I'm
what he
just
said
saying.
before, bitch. Wow, he's really got fucking Santorum on the ropes.
I know, it's pretty fucking
It's fucking
hilarious.
great.
This is fucking awesome.
Because they go
dude.
to Fox News expecting a softball interview.
They ain't getting one this time.
No.
What should the Pope use as moral authority?
I'm guessing this dude is like one of the least, like one of the last people on the list that Fox News wants to be president. So you'll notice around election time, Fox News will bury whoever the fuck they don't want to be president.
Yeah.
For, and I would make the
Well, he
argument.
would say he's protecting the earth.
I would say that that's an important thing to do, but I think there are more pressing problems confronting
Hold
the earth.
on. There's more pressing problems confronting the Earth.
An asteroid is hurtling towards the Earth.
Yeah.
But what about gays marrying?
You mean to tell me, like, what is the more... Okay, let's hear an example of one of these more pressing problems.
Than climate change, and I
Like
would
what?
I would suggest that, particularly when it comes to me as someone who's trying to go out there and make sure that we have a revitalization of manufacturing and energy production, the things that create jobs and opportunities.
So wait, so you're saying that the more pressing thing is to actually make the problem worse?
Yes.
He's saying like economic bullshit is more important.
That's what all these Republicans say. You know, the representative of the oil and gas industry is saying that climate change is, you know, a hoax, and, you know, a lot of jobs are going to be lost if we don't if we actually do make these changes. Do you want to lose a lot of jobs? If we lose jobs, that'll be bad. It's like, so basically short-term gain over long-term gain. Like, it's better to have something now than later. Because I know people have that knee-jerk reaction like, jobs? Don't lose a job. That's not right. I got to feed my stupid goddamn family. I got all these damn kids. But what about all the problems of climate change and global warming will have an effect on you? I don't care. Can't lose my fucking job, man.
That
Oil and gas,
speculative science, which has proven over time not to have checked out all the predictions that were made 15 years ago, none of them have come true. So all of this certainty, this is what bothers me about this debate. The idea that the science is settled. Anytime you hear a scientist say the science is settled, that's political science, not real science. Because no scientist in their right mind would say ever the science is settled.
The science is settled. It's not a matter of like the science is settled, like we now understand everything. It's just like, hey, all the evidence is pointing to this.
Yeah, what scientist is like, science done, bitches. We figured
It's
it
settled.
out. Yeah, done.
I can retire now because all the science is settled.
We've figured the entire world and cosmos out.
Ooh, that was a doozy. Well, you know.
Everyone in school now to become a scientist, you need to get into like hospitality management or something like that.
Science is over.
You're going to manage like a Burger King or a hotel or something. Come on.
Okay.
Humanity now has obtained all knowledge.
All right.
Science is done.
Moving on.